Happy Saturday. I'm back. Yes, it was a there was an absence of a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Um, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Um, we had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My issue was I overate. I mean, by a lot. And when Saturday rolled around, I felt miserable. So, and then during the course of the following week, we both got head colds. I'm still
Yeah.
kind of got a little bit of a throat thing going, but so we took last Saturday and to recover. So and we're back now, and I don't know why this now.
Well, yeah.
Just all of a sudden, it's been fine all day long. I mean, maybe I just need a drink. Wow.
Eli says it's cool to watch you prep. LOL, Steve.
Eli, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Glad to see you. Hi, Doug. Hi, Shar at home. Watching on the television set. So tonight we've got one from Uncle Les, I believe. Requested this one, stuffed pork chops with a garlic sauce. And risotto was voted
Yeah.
for the side dish, so I'm gonna make some risotto, and we got some pudding to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be a warm mint chocolate pudding with a little bit of fresh cream just poured onto the top. So that should be good.
Yeah.
Mrs. Old Guy isn't one for stuffing, and I'm talking regular, like traditional stuffing that you would put in a bird, or really any kind of stuffing, oyster stuffing, bread stuffing, the stuffing I make, the pork sage stuffing, cornbread stuffing. She just is not a fan at all of stuffing. So I'm still gonna stuff hers, but I'm just gonna use a couple of veg, a little bit of bell pepper, and some onion. So she won't have to be understuffed. We want to make sure that everybody gets stuffed. Watch it. Oh boy! So it was a decent week.
Yeah.
It was. We really didn't do a heck of a lot, but it was a good week. Yeah. Did get out a little bit. Went to go see my father-in-law. And we had a nice visit. Went out to lunch.
Yeah.
So that was a good day. That was a good day. Weather's been decent. We've only had like a snow or so since last time we were on. So, and it's for that part, most of it's gone. There isn't a whole lot left from the first snows. So that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind that a bit. So I think I'm just going to start doing a little veg prep here. It's going to take a few minutes to kind of get it all together, so I might as well go ahead and get it started and say hey to folks as they should come in. Sorry for the absence, but it just happens. One of these every now and then. What can I say? Peel a little bit of carrot. I'm just going to do your basic carrot, celery, and vegetable. Carrot, celery, and vegetable. It's starting already, is it? Carrot, celery, and onion, a mirepoix. For heaven's sakes. Oh, that was a good one. Get a nice little fine dice on these. I'm definitely going to do the traditional little bread stuffing for the chop. I do like the stuffing, so I will definitely have some. I don't need to make a whole lot. Gotta be careful. Sometimes I just get carried away and I make way more than is necessary for either one of us, so I'll try to cut back and be a little more realistic with the amount of food I need to make. Get this diced up. I hope everybody's holiday plans are going accordingly. I know we're not quite there yet, but people plan to do things and whatnot, so I hope they all come together for you. A little bit of celery leaf in there. And I thought, well, since I got a couple of purple onions, I called it purple. It doesn't look red to me, so I'm not going to call it a red onion. I guess you could disagree with that. That's fine. That's fine.
Don's here.
Don, hello. How are you?
He goes, I'm at Dollar General shopping. I'll catch the rest of the stream when I get home.
Cool. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you. All right. A little quick check-in with Don. That's awesome. Okay. So, get a nice little tiny dice on some of this. Yep. Kind of do this in little steps here. There's a few different kind of veggies and whatnot that I got to get started with. I got just a little bit of water in the pan already, probably not even quite a quarter cup. I'm not going to throw the veg in. It did. But I'm going to kind of shovel it into the pan here. Well, I guess I didn't shovel it into the pan. I guess I pushed it into the pan. Glided it into the... No, you didn't. I didn't glide it. I think shoved is okay. Okay. I certainly hope so. Because that's just...
Eli says I'll be jumping in and out. It's my mom's birthday, so I'm making her favorite double battered, extra crispy fried shrimp, El Pastor style with grilled pork chops and coconut cake.
Well, yum.
That he bought at the store.
Well, happy birthday to your mom.
Yes.
And thanks for hanging out, or, at least come in to say hi. When you're doing stuff. So that's cool. Thank you. Awesome.
Joshua says, you mean scooped into the pan?
Ha ha ha. Joshua, happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, stooped.
Scooped.
Scooped?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I scooped it. I did kind of palm it and push it in. Now, there's got to be a technical term for that.
You said wild man?
Wild man. It's it's been a couple of weeks, huh? Yeah, I overdid it on over the Thanksgiving holiday. There's no way I should have ate as much food as I did, and then catching a head cold right after that. I was like, well, okay, fine. Let's get it over with early. This is some bread I made the other day for some Schlotzsky's sandwiches. I let it dry out. This stuff's hard as a rock.
Joshua says, glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. Yes, I'm glad I'm feeling better as well. I know Mrs. Old Guy is glad she's feeling better. Nothing like too major or anything. Neither one of us had like a fever or anything like that. It was just this kind of garbagey head cold. All right, put a little chicken stock in here now. I want these vegetables to cook up a little bit.
Lisa says they all did. Had colds.
Ah, that's never any fun at all. Let's just use this one. All right, get some veg going for Mrs. Old Guy's pork chop. Let that pan warm up just a tad. But yeah, I want to throw just a little bit of fresh parsley into the pot, so to speak, with this stuffing. Okay. Yeah, very good.
Joshua says y'all have lots of soups while you're under the weather.
Soups? Yeah, we do. Not Mrs. Old Guy so much as me. You know, I'd go for soup. But this old guy, I mean, it just kind of depends on what kind of soup it is. She's a little more particular
Yeah.
than I am, so.
Whether it's homemade or canned makes a difference.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Don't try the can. I don't eat the canned very much, that's for sure. I'm not going to say I never do, because I do sometimes. But usually when I do, I ain't feeling too good. I just don't want to mess with nothing.
Yeah.
We made some beef noodles the other night that just, wow, they were really, really good. I think I found my new way to make beef noodles. Or hamburger helper, if you want to call it that. Not that that stuff helped any hamburger. Get these peppers and onions going. Throw a little bit of salt. Guess I just use this. It's just salt, pepper, huh?
Josh says, that sounds great. Beef noodles.
It is. It was really good. And the thing is, you can't be really much simpler with the ingredients. There's onion, salt, pepper, and I think a teaspoon of garlic powder. That was it for seasoning. The rest of it was just the meat and the beef stock. Boy, was it ever good. I kind of wished we'd made more than we did. There was enough left over for a small lunch the next day, but I could have easily eaten twice of what was there. It was good. Really very good. Get this turned down to I got some bacon here, bacon stock. You want to know what bacon sauce is? Bacon stock. Well, bacon stock is just a mix of beef and chicken stock. I call it bacon.
Wild man just got done baking Christmas cookies.
Ah, cool. We made cookies today too.
Russian nutballs.
Ooh, well, that sounds good.
What he made?
We made a chocolate a mint chip and chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
They're delicious, and I'm surprised that I kept myself to just one.
Yep.
While we were, you know how you pull them out, you got to try that first one. And in fact, it was only a half of a cookie. I did good.
Yeah, you did good. I didn't do good.
No.
I ate two.
Okay. See how you are?
Yep.
All right. So I'll be getting the risotto going here as well. I figured that can cook. I can do the risotto while the pork chops are finishing in the oven, which they were definitely going to have to do. Just waiting now for my veg to tenderize just a little bit. I don't want to put them in too crispy raw. So try a bite of a carrot. Let's see. Looks good so far. All right. A little more stock. Start throwing the bread in. Okay, I didn't throw it in. I dumped it in. Would that be correct? Okay. Because they really didn't pour it. Man, I'm telling you, this bread's hard as a rock. Alright, we'll see how much this makes. Alright. Looks like I could use a little bit more. Definitely don't want bread mush. That's not very appealing. Just enough to make sure it's going to absorb all that liquid. I'll give that like 5 minutes. Peppers and onions are done. Well, that's good. That's a good start. A little bit more prep here. I'm going to dice up this little shallot here. Oh, shallot! Not for sure it's going to jump between me. Jump between me. Okay. Well, it happens when I put up these stuff like Christmas trees. I forget how to talk. Okay, that's the excuse I'm going to use right now. All right. What have I got going here? Some of this shallot for my risotto.
Eli says also making some strawberries with condensed milk and whipping cream. Yum.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. In fact, save me some. I'll be there after the stream. Take me just a couple hours, though. Just all right, and just a little bit of garlic. I don't think I want quite a whole clove. looks good. In here I've got about a tablespoon of some bacon fat and a couple of tablespoons of butter. You know, it's funny, I was always taught to use olive oil and a little butter to make risotto, but you know, I think you get a little more flavor. You're going to add a little bit of bacon fat to it. All right, just a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper.
Lisa said Wild Man made turkey chili last week.
Ooh, that sounds all right. Yeah, we had a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Fair amount, I guess, for 3 people. Got a. Because I kept the preparation real simple, we were able to give the dogs a little bit. Okay, get some risotto, pour it open here. I'm going to try and keep my eye on it this time. Last time I made risotto, tasted pretty good. It was just a little undercooked. So I'm going to see if I can prevent that this time. At this point, it's a little bit like, what do you call it? Rice-a-roni. Fry the rice just a little bit. Alright, here comes the fun part. Now it's going to be this for about 30 minutes. I actually shouldn't have got this going just yet, now that I think about it. That's okay. I can come back. I wanted to get the pork chop stuffed and in the oven.
Yeah.
That's okay, see. I think it'll be all right. Got some nice thick pork chops, about an inch thick or so. Okay. That looks good. Get one cut here for Mrs. Old Guy. Very good. This stir. Okay. There's our stuffing. Let's see. Feels all right. That's all right.
Lisa said that it was ground turkey in your turkey chili.
Ground turkey?
Yeah.
Right on.
She says, but I prefer beef chili.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I would prefer a beef chili, but the turkey would be all right too. Okay. Start getting a little heat on this pan. I'll get Mrs. Old Guy's filled up here with onions and peppers. Now, what do you know? That's just about exactly right. How about that apple? It's not rotten at all. splash of cooking oil on here. A little bit more. Get this pan hot. And I'll sear them. Guess I'll crack a little black pepper. Yummy.
That message that came in was for you, so just don't forget to look at all these.
Okay.
Didn't want to tell you either.
Guess it can't be anything, well, particularly important that I have to look at it now. Okay.
Lisa said, thanks for the dinner, Tom.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. Okay, a little bit of Hawaiian pink sea salt on there. Very nice. Okay. I'm pushing it. Pepper on this side. Same thing, a little more pink salt here. That looks good. Let's get these out of the way. Maybe I won't spill it all over. Oh yeah. Just want a little bit of a crust on there.
Should be good.
I'm thinking so. All right. A little bit of this stock. Chicken. Okay. Very nice. So we're going to set this timer for 35 minutes. Now that'll give me a chance to finish up this risotto. Woohoo! I can kind of get some of this out of my way. Come on, let me reach it. I want just a dab of this on the top of that chop. There we go. Down. That was close. I think it's all right. Dodged one there, guys. Okay. It can just do its happy thing. A little bit of black pepper. Okay, very good, very good. So at the very end, I'll grate in some Parmesan. And then let me rephrase that. When this is done, I'm going to add a little bit of cheddar to the risotto, and I'll be adding some Parmesan to the garlic sauce. So, get my head right here. All right. So, Christmas is coming up. Oh. You guys do have yourself like a tradition at your house with, for like what you have or what you do on like Christmas Eve and then on Christmas itself? Just curious what kind of plans y'all have. Whoop, let go there. Okay. Try and pick up a little bit of this grubby mess. I'm going to end up burning that Risotto, ain't I?
Hopefully not.
It's got to cook a lot lower temperature than I've got it on, that's for sure.
Lisa says she loves the Christmas tree.
Oh, well, thank you. It's the only, it's about as big of a tree as we can get in here.
Yeah.
Our house is pretty small, so there's really no open area
Not really.
to put a Christmas tree. I mean, we could seriously do some moving around, but it wouldn't.
And would Polly leave them alone?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, Christmas tree with 2 dogs, especially one that likes to chew. Wouldn't be surprised if we came home and it said, Polly or Chumley look up at me, your Christmas tree fainted. So, I'm having stuffed pork chops. What are you guys having? I gotta ask that.
Sure said they're having oyster stew on Christmas Eve.
Oyster stew on Christmas Eve? Right on. Right on. Oysters isn't one of my favorite creatures. I definitely like it better, you know, like as an oyster stew or chowder or fried oysters or something like that line, but just not raw ones. I know that a lot of people love them, but I'm not one of them. So how about the rest of you guys? What are you having for your food this evening? Did Lisa already say?
She says we're going to have baked ham for dinner on Christmas.
Okay, nice. Now is that Christmas Eve or Christmas dinner on Christmas Day?
And Meg Griffin is here.
Meg Griffin, welcome, welcome. I'm just getting risotto cooking while the stuffed chops are in the oven. I'll be making up a garlic sauce here pretty quick. Welcome, welcome. So the way we do things, Christmas Eve, we tend just to do really simple stuff with finger foods, just to kind of snack on, and you know, we'll watch a Christmas-related movie of some sort.
Yeah.
You know, everything from Miracle on 34th Street to Die Hard with Bruce Willis. So, you know, and anything in between. So, and then the last few years, since it's just me and Mrs. Old Guy at home now, we just go to a local Chinese restaurant on Christmas Day,
Yep.
Christmas afternoon, whatever, early evening, have Chinese food.
Yep.
Hey, it saves from cooking. So by the time the finger foods are done and the Chinese food is ate. Well, there ain't much of a mess to clean up. I like that.
And our son will be here this year, which is awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. He's had to work the last couple of Christmases and stuff, so.
Lisa said Christmas Day is when they're having ham.
Okay.
And Ronald's here.
Hey, Ronald. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday to ya. It's been a couple of weeks, huh? Glad you're here.
Lisa said tonight they're having chili.
Good deal. I love chili. Yes, yes. Is it more of the turkey chili or is it a new batch of regular beef chili? Just curious. I knew a guy that had a restaurant not too far from here, and the word there is had. He liked to do a Thanksgiving buffet in which very few people ever partook. And he would then, of course, make turkey soup. You know, a lot of people make turkey soup. That turkey that turkey stew, I'm doing it now. See what you did to me. That turkey soup would still be being served like now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forever.
3 weeks. I've seen him run it as late as almost Christmas. It's like, you do what you want there, buddy. I'm not going to eat that soup. This is going okay. How much time we got? Oh, we're doing good. Plenty of time.
Awesome.
It won't take much to get that garlic sauce finished. We'll grab a cutting board. Yeah. Let's get to working on some of this garlic. It's gotta have garlic in it if it's gonna be a garlic sauce. And I'm sure that Les agrees with me on that.
Lisa said our chili is a mixture of beef and turkey.
Okay. Right on. Nice. We had chili not too long ago ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. That beef noodle, that's going to be something I'll remember for a little while.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was. I think the only thing I might do different next time, just to see if it's that much better, is to use homemade pasta. The trick is to cook the pasta, take the meat and the onions and everything out, just leave the liquid, and cook the pasta in that beefy broth. Wow.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yes, it was. Okay. A little bit more. I don't mind some little pieces, but I don't want to eat a chunk of garlic. Looking okay. Yay. Try and keep all the grains down in the moisture so I don't end up with one crunchy one. Ooh. enough. I don't know. Can you put too much garlic in a garlic sauce?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, let's find out. Oh, yes. All right. And let's get a parcel, a little bit of parcel there. A little bit of fresh parsley action. Very nice. Traditionally, calls for a little white wine, but I didn't want to put wine in it, so I didn't. It's fun of cooking. You can kind of do what you want.
Eli wants to know what Cletus has been up to these days. He misses his in-depth reporting.
Cletus, I don't know where he is. Last I heard from him, he said something about wanting to go see the big city. So, what that means exactly, I don't know. Cletus is just a half a sandwich shy from being a whole picnic basket. You know what I mean? Okay, that looks good. This is the only part that really takes, any attention. You can't just let it go. Although, I have, and it turned out crappy. The risotto was anything but smooth and creamy. More like eating half reconstituted Uncle Ben's instant rice. Not too good. So right after chow, I'm not going to bother making dessert until after dinner. It's, it's going to be hot. It's supposed to be served warm. So, and I figured the reason that we made these mint chocolate chip cookies, because I figured they would go good with the warm mint chocolate pudding. Yay. When I bought the bag of the mint stuff at the store, I thought for sure that it said chips, right? Oh, but it does say chips, does right? Or what does it say? Pieces?
It does. It pieces.
Because it ain't a mint it ain't a mint chip. It's just like, yeah, chips. Like little flaked off pieces. It worked great though for the cookie. It just was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Eli says funny we were both making chocs today. It's Choc day.
It is. It's
Ralph?
Chop Saturday.
Ralph's here.
Hey, Ralph. Happy Saturday. For those of you that like semi-offensive stuff, I did put out the Ballad of the Old Guy, parts 1 and 2. Check out the video.
Lisa said Tim was going to the Christmas, going to see Christmas lights with his family tonight at a party.
Nice. That's always fun. Mrs. Old Guy and I tried to do that. It was sort of something that we did when we had the kids for cheap entertainment. We'd all pile in the car and drive around and look at people's Christmas display. And there's always one part of town, at least where we were at, that everybody really kind of tried to outdo each other. Nice neighborhood to go check out lights. Doing okay. This is hard work, guys. Let me see you come in here and stand here and stir risotto. Risotto! Sounds more Asian to me than it does Italian. Risotto! I don't know. Just saying.
Eli said I saw some Christmas lights the other day. Turns out it was just the Smurf house is kicking in. Smurf houses. I like it. Ralph said they're in the process of setting up the Christmas lights in the park here at the moment. While they were setting up, someone stole $10,000 worth of equipment. That's messed up.
Yeah, there's always somebody that's got to ruin it for everybody else.
Yep.
They did start something new here in this area last year that I guess is going to be a tradition. And I guess I'll backstep just a little bit and say that many years ago they used to do a 4th of July fireworks down in this local town, but put on by the fire department and that, and it got out of control one time and it burned up a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
So they just quit doing it, and they haven't had any for like 20 years or so. And just last year, though, they decided that they're going to start doing New Year's Eve fireworks, when it's usually a butt ton of snow on the ground and a lot harder to burn stuff down. So they don't do it at midnight. They do it at 7 p.m. so that so the youngins and stuff have,
Yep.
have something to celebrate. It was kind of fun to do that last year, so we're looking forward to, carrying on as long as we can doing it.
Lisa said Tom Wildman likes watching Christian Carol movies. Do you? Christmas Carol movies?
Christmas Carol movie? Christmas Carol. I'm trying to think. I know the movie, it's just been so long since I've watched it. So I do like the movie, but I haven't watched it for quite a while. I guess is that
Yeah.
fair?
Yep. Debbie, sir,
Hi, Debbie. Happy Saturday.
says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm wearing my about as Santa suit as I'm gonna get. Although it was fun for like I think we did it like 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
Played Santa Claus to kids down here in town.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. They got other folk stepping into that position now, which is fine. It's all good and fun. So I hope things are well at your place, Debbie, and everything is well all around. We are getting ready to finish up on this here stuffed pork chop dinner.
Ralph says there's quite a few petitions going around here at the moment to ban the sale of fireworks to the public.
Is that right? Well, why is that? I mean, they've outlawed some types of fireworks here. Some towns and counties,
Yeah.
depending on where, like in the mountains here, it's pretty stupid to be blowing off fireworks. So
Yeah.
they don't sell them here, you know. But somebody down in the city could go down and buy some and bring them up. But you can't buy things that'll fly up into the air, and you can't buy things that'll explode. At least in this state,
Yeah.
some you can get just whatever you want. So
Like Wyoming.
yep,
Go there and get illegal fireworks all day long.
yep, because they're legal there.
And a lot of people do that too.
They do, but it's a pretty hefty fine
It is.
if you get caught. Now, this was probably back in the mid '90s, and a friend of ours got caught,
Yep.
and it was a $750 fine. That's pretty steep. That's pretty steep. So I don't know if he did it anymore after that or not. We ended up moving in the process since then, so. It's looking good. Kind of looks like risotto. Starting to resemble it.
Kind of looks like it.
Kind of. And also, it just kind of looks like somebody really messed up on some rice. So far, though, I think it's going to be okay. We'll see. It's got a few more minutes yet. Don't want to burn it, that's for sure. No burning of the rice.
No.
Doesn't taste good that way. Oh. Well, I accidentally scooped up the other half of my shallot
Oh.
and it went into the garbage.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Oh, yes, it is. I can't pretend. Turn that off. So, I guess in its place. Oh, still got some here. I'll just use a little bit of this red onion, even though it's purple.
Ralph says we often have people doing things like letting them off at midnight or or near animals. We've got our yearly public display tonight at Christmas at the Bowl.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're going to get that anywhere. I mean, some times a year you're going to hear it a lot more than others.
Yep.
Like around the 4th of July. You could hear them all month.
Yep, they start early and
Yeah, they just go all month. Some people it really bothers, other people.
from the zoo. Yeah, my way. As of 2 years ago, many of them died from fright.
Crash. Sorry for the noise.
Monkeys died from fright.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I didn't grab a big enough one. I grabbed the right lid here, guys. Sorry for all the noise. Just want to take that off the heat. Let it finish up. Start making this sauce for le garlic. Some nice cracked black pepper. I haven't forgot my cheese, I just didn't put it in yet. That onion first. Nice. I'll take a second. Bring this over and grate up a couple little piles of cheese.
Ralph loves your festive attire.
Whoa, thank you, thank you. Like I said, it's as close to a Santa Claus outfit as I'm going to wear anymore. And it's fun, yeah. Don't mind showing a little holiday spirit. All right, some fresh Parmesan. That looks good. That's plenty.
Is that fat burger on by the right under the risotto?
It is. Nice save.
Thank you.
Pop open this tab. Some heavy cream. Very nice. A little bit more. That looks all right. Let me check the price. Looking good. Let's get that cheese melted. It's not a lot. Just enough to give it a little flavor. Beautiful. Uh-huh. We got some garlic sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, I can smell it. It smells really good.
Okay. Oh, there's my Charlotte. Oh, well, that's all right. I'm just gonna screw it.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late. I just got back from being out. I'm glad to see you.
Well, Jessica, hello. Oh, by the way, I was thinking about you the other day, and your requests for my mating call, and so I've revised it, and you're going to be you will be the first ones to hear my new mating call, and we'll see if it works. Okay, I don't know how I'll know if it works, but are you ready? Hey, yous! No? Should I do that differently? I don't know. I'm waiting to hear back from you guys. You got to tell me if that was any good or not.
That was okay.
Was it okay? Okay. Mrs. Oguy thinks it's okay, but of course she's going to say that. She's not going to want anybody to respond to any kind of mating call. Oh boy, this looks really good. Those chops have got just a little under a minute, or a little over a minute left.
She says, I kind of like the older one better. Could you do the old one last time as a Christmas gift? And I'll never ask you.
Okay. Let me try this one. Just real quick. Hey, yous, do you want to... kind of put the two together?
Sorry for dogs, he gets to wake up.
I don't know. What do you think? Was that, I guess maybe I got myself into trouble. I don't know. I'm not hearing any response, and this scares me. Down to under a minute, like 15 seconds or so. And it's going to go beep, beep. Well, it doesn't go beep. It doesn't go anything. It just makes noise.
Ralph says you could try it at the zoo sometime to see how the animals react.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
And Jessica says, even better, thank you for the Christmas gift. Thank you.
My pleasure, ma'am. That looks nice. Guess it'd help if I drag some plates in front of me. Okay. So there's your chop. Cheesy risotto.
Thank you.
Now, some of this garlic sauce on the top of that chop. What am I missing? I think that's it. I didn't make a veg. I should have made a veg, huh? Here's your implements of device. I'll get a little light on so they can. Hot. battery?
Uh-oh.
Really? Eh, oh well. I don't know if you can see that okay. But
There you go. A little better. Up a little more. There you
okay. Yeah, I should have made a veg.
go. Jessica said, or instead of the mating call, if you really don't like it, you could try doing a biker voice with them getting a mohawk rolling down the street with a scooter.
I could. Let's just say I did. Okay. Plop a Risotto on there. Okay. I'll give Uncle Wes a look at this one since he was stuffed. I think that was more along the lines. Can you see it okay?
You can see it okay. It's a little dark, but
Yeah, can't. I don't have anything else to make it illuminate. That's okay. There you go, wild man.
Jessica says she's having chocolate ice cream for dinner.
Chocolate ice cream for dinner? Wow. Well, there's nothing that says you can't. That's for sure. All right. A little pinch on the Risotto. A little black pepper on there. You need these?
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to try the bite of the risotto here. The risotto's cooked pretty good. Could have maybe got another 5 minutes. And it could use like more onion flavor. It's good. Just a tad bit under-seasoned. Salt, pepper fix that. All right, I'm gonna try this chop.
Jessica says, could you do a guinea pig sound? That could be good just as a thought. It's not an intimidating like mating call.
I'm not sure how they sound.
I didn't hear my daughter's guinea pig make any noise when I was out there.
They do make a little squeaking kind of noise, but I don't know that I could do that. That garlic sauce is nice. Plenty garlicky enough.
Yeah, it's really good.
And that Parm, I'm not really tasting the Parm as much as I am the garlic. Yummy.
English. Both of them.
Bread dressing is just fine. That crunchy bit on the top was delicious. That's a good pork chop.
Yes. They're huge.
They are. This is not. Pork chops like this are like pretty rare here. never have reason to, get big pork chops. I'm not complaining.
Don says, just got back, love your outfit. The
Thank
dinner
you.
you made sounds delicious.
Thank you, Don. It is darn good. Very good, as a matter of fact. Mm. Yep. Oh, great. It's only a little after 3. So that means I'm going to have plenty enough time to enjoy this and to get dessert made.
Yeah.
Mm. 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 Very tasty.
Jessica says, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I just wanted to end the year off right.
Jessica, if you want to laugh, I don't know if you've seen it or not. If you go to my page, I just put out a song that I wrote, The Ballad of Old Guy, Part 1 and 2. It's one video, one song. So, if you fancy yourself a chuckle,
She likes your Santa attire.
thank you. We were recently wandering around a Walmart. I said, oh, well, for $6? Sure. I was a little bit torn between this one and the green elf one that they had. But I figured this one was a little more appropriate given my physical condition. Mm.
Don says your song is really funny.
Thank you, Don. Most of that song I originally wrote to do a kind of a karaoke to Queen's "We Will Rock You." It would have been "We Are Old Guys," but didn't work out that way. But I like how it turned out anyway, because it gave me a little more freedom of movement when it, musically. So, anyway, I thank you. I'm glad you thought it was funny. I'll be trying to do more as time goes by. And other songs, too. I just put out a blues song last night. Or night before last? Night before last. Hmm.
Jessica says, did you hear that there's a new Four Loko? I heard it from Matt Zion.
I do not. I don't know much about it. Restaurant, right? Is that what that is?
Four Loko? I don't know.
I think that's what it is. If that's what it is, I have never been to one or seen one. And if it's not, I still have no idea what it is. cooked very nicely all the way up to against the bone. This is a good chop.
Jessica says I'm going to have to listen to that song after the stream.
Do leave a comment. It helps my channel. And it also helps me. You know. Not many people pull punches on Facebook. If they don't like it, they say so. And I like that.
You mean YouTube? You said Facebook?
Did I say Facebook?
You did.
I'm so embarrassed right now. I just want to shrink up and crawl away, but I can't. I got to sit here and deal with the public humiliation. Oh well. That's the way to turn up butterflies. Okay.
The way you stuffed this chop was really good.
Do you like it like that?
Yeah, that was good.
Yay. Stuffed is stuffed. Doesn't matter what kind of stuff, does it?
I don't think so.
Ah, but it does.
Yep, because I don't like stuffing.
That's right. But you do like stuffing. Right? I mean, you just said you enjoyed what I stuffed in there. We have to make some kind of line here. Where's that line crossed? Between liking a stuffing and not liking a stuffing. You're confusing me. That's not a good thing to do. I'm confused enough as it is.
Jessica says Four Loko is a malt beverage.
Oh, okay. Well, no wonder I didn't know. I don't ever really drink. I will admit to recently purchasing alcohol for the purpose of drinking. I know. Those of you that fainted, I'll give you a minute to kind of compose yourself.
Jessica wants to know what's the name of the song called again.
The Ballad of Old Guy, Part 1 and 2.
Bacon says Santa.
Bacon! How's it going, man? Happy Saturday. Ah. Woo! I'm getting hot in the hat. I got to take the hat off. Whew. Trap a lot of hot air under the hat. Whew. All right. I'm going to set this over here. That was a big pork chop.
It is a big pork chop.
So, let me get this mint chocolate pudding going here. Where did my little bottle of mint go? Ah, right there.
Bacon says, I hope your pork chops are stuffed with more bacon.
I wish they had been. But sadly, want to separate a couple of these eggs. Might as well do it now. Close enough. All right. Okay, so in my pan here, I've got a little over a half a cup of sugar. There's a nice fat quarter cup of some cornstarch. Wink. Got about a third of, or three heaping tablespoons, not heaping, just 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Yeah, I just had this stuff measured out because I wanted to get to it. Okay, so we'll get those dry ingredients sort of mixed together here. Okay, so I got 2 3/4 cup of milk. Turn some heat on. There's 2 of them. Oh yeah.
Jessica says, do you by chance have an extra Diet Coke I can borrow?
You know it. You know I do. Told you, I always keep one in there frosty for you, and the same thing with that ice cold mug. You see it there in the freezer, help yourself, it's for your soda. Alright, I keep it there for you because I know you like it. I don't mind having a nice cold glass to put my soda in.
Yeah.
Helps bubbles last longer. That's the story I'm sticking to.
Bacon says, I do love homemade pudding. Never seen mint chocolate before.
Oh man. So, not a lot of difference between when you're making it. Oh, I already got it out. Never mind. The only difference between the mint chocolate and the chocolate is just the mint. Adding a little bit of flavor, mint flavor to any chocolate pudding mix, like instant or store-bought or whatever. You want mint? Throw some in.
Rob says he probably wouldn't want the drink back after you borrowed it.
Probably wouldn't want what back?
The drink back after she borrowed it.
Oh, no. I wasn't talking about the drink.
Well, I know, but that's... She said, can I borrow, do you happen to have an extra Diet Coke I could borrow? And Ralph responded to that you probably wouldn't want it back after she borrowed it.
Well, there's, I understand what she meant by borrow it. It was just kind of another way, a nice way of saying, hey, have you got a Diet Coke? You just add the borrow, just to, to make it seem nicer. Less obtrusive that you're asking for something. And I've done told her 100 times, all she got to do is help herself, but that's, really, I don't mind.
Jason says, are you going to make a mint and a chocolate and swirl them later?
No. I'm going to make this chocolate and I'm going to add some of this mint extract. I did make mint chocolate chip cookies.
Yep.
Actually, we both made it. And if I really, really wanted to, I got some mint growing out in the yard still. But I don't think it's necessary. I have made chocolate pies where the bottom layer is like a dark semi-sweet chocolate, and the middle layer was mint chocolate, and the top layer was milk chocolate. That was really
That
good.
was good. Yeah. Just says, I know you always say that you have an extra, but I like to ask because I don't like going in people's refrigerators. It's kind of
Yeah, I understand. Believe me, I'm the same way. You know, even though somebody told me, man, you know, help yourself, I'll still ask.
Yeah.
You know,
Bacon says, can't wait.
what you can't wait for? Mint chocolate. Mint chocolate with, you know, like poured over some bacon.
That would be good, I bet.
Oh, that'd be great. That saltiness and savory from the bacon along with the mint. I bet it would be delicious. Uh-huh. Starting to get a little steam here. Whew. Sweating with the oldies. Almost feel like Richard Simmons is here, helping me exercise. Oh, I bet I burned 3 or 4 calories standing here stirring this stuff.
Yeah. Between that and the risotto.
Oh, yeah, I'd hate to have to count, what, 100 or so?
Something.
Maybe? Burn all these calories off before I even get a chance to eat. It's a good thing I'm eating,
Yeah.
because I just burned off all these calories. Burning my food. There we go, finally starting to
Says,
thicken
I
up.
have respect, I always like to ask before I take anything that isn't mine first.
I understand.
Yep,
150%.
yep, good way to be.
Yeah, it is. Funny how it goes from real liquidy to thick. It just. Okay. Yolk. Huh?
Bowl almost went off the counter.
No, I don't want that to happen. Especially not this, because I don't have any more eggs. All right. Get that back in there.
Because it says I may ask some silly, weird questions, but I do respect people's boundaries, and I do not like to go into other people's refrigerators without asking.
Oh yeah, believe me, I'm the same way.
Lisa
Like I
said,
said.
oh, go ahead.
No, please.
Lisa said, Wild Man said, did you get in trouble with your doctor after Thanksgiving?
No, I didn't see my doctor after Thanksgiving, and I didn't talk to him. So I knew I was in enough trouble that I'm probably never going to eat like that again. Yeah, it took me a couple of days.
Yep, he paid a price big time.
I sure enough did. Oh. Okay, so a little bit of vanilla in there. Now we're going to finish this off. I did learn a while back a couple things. One, when you're using this stuff, It's really best to use a measuring spoon and not just try to pour a little bit out. That never works. And it's always tastes stronger after it's had a minute to cool. So I'm just going to add a little bit at a time until I think it's right. That was a half a teaspoon. Make it a whole one, and we're going to be good. Whoop! See, that's why you pour
Did
it.
you say wild man said that, right? Asked you that?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that looks
That
gorgeous.
Wild man said, oh, well.
I don't remember half the stuff that people ask me. I can't remember 5 minutes ago.
If you got in trouble by your doctor after Thanksgiving.
Oh. Get yelled at by my doctor.
Jessica says, how is the fur babies doing?
They are doing very well. They just went in and had some update inoculations, keep them healthy, happy, and fit. Nice. Oh. Here. Give that a taste.
Yum.
You hear that, folks? She said yum.
That's really good.
Oh, and they're really good. Mm. All right, so I'm going to let that kind of chill out for a minute. And while it's doing that, we're going to go ahead and draw. And boy, trying to see if I can remember. It's been 3 weeks since I looked at that. So let me think here. Trying to remember what's coming up next week because I've already drawn. I promise I'm not going to say, oh, that's right. Just tell me. I don't remember. Euros. Oh, that's right.
That's Steve.
So, Steve, coming up in a couple of weeks, we have some euros. Or actually next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next
That
week
one,
here.
Another one fell out was a little one.
All right. So let's draw for week after next. Steve's up next week with euros. Okay. Let's set this over here. Oh. Well, this is a request that came in from 2 different people. Tim, or Crazy Dad up at Crazy Food Crew, and Eli. Cheese steak and cream cheese jalapenos. Now, I'm not sure if that's something that they... now, is that a cream cheese and jalapeno on the steak sandwich? That's what I'm thinking it means, but
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll. Hopefully Eli's still here.
Yep.
Eli! So cheesesteak, cream cheese, jalapenos. So that could mean all of that on the sandwich, or make some poppers.
Yes. Find out.
Well, I'm trying to ask. What do you mean we'll have to ask? I am asking.
Jessica says, so what would it be on, and what's the song under, shorts or lives
It's
or videos?
it's under videos.
She's having trouble.
It's just under videos, and the last two videos I posted were both songs. One was the Ballad of Old Guy, parts 1 and 2, and the second one was forget how I named it. A blues tune that I did. Dread Night Blues, something like that. Mrs. Old Guy can put a link up. Can you put a link up?
Well, I'm trying to look. I don't know how to search her channel.
Well, it should just be right there. So just go to my main page. We're gonna get this, folks.
Let's see if I got it.
Okay.
I just typed in the name.
All right. So Mrs. Old Guy will share that link for you, Jessica, in the chat, so you can just pop right on over and give it a listen.
Lisa said the most important thing is not to forget the tip.
Not to forget the tip.
Yeah. For when you're cooking or going out or something.
Yeah, to leave a tip.
Yep.
Yeah. I usually do. Now, if I got to stand up and go order my food at a counter, I'm not leaving a tip. That's just, sorry. You know, if it's a restaurant where a server comes up and takes my order and brings me my food, then that's, that's a different story. But there are places where you got to go up and order your food, or like the cafeterias,
Yep.
I don't leave tips for those people. Sorry. Should I feel bad now?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I hope not,
Jessica
because
says,
I don't.
personally, I would put Jolly Ranchers in my pudding, lol.
It would probably be okay. They'd be kind of hard, though. I mean, you're eating some smooth pudding. Next thing you know, you got this inch long thing about as big around as my little finger. Hard and crunchy. I don't know. Can anybody just chomp up a Jolly Rancher? Jolly Rancher? I've never been able to do it. Just
Don says, I have a suggestion. Have you ever done camel chicken? You're supposed to grill it, so you may not be able to make it, but you could bake it.
Well, yeah, I've had a few requests that are kind of along that nature, barbecue or grilled or whatever, and I haven't brought my cameras outside for a while, and that's a couple of reasons. One is where I would have to sit and talk to you folks is exactly in front of where I would be cooking. So it would be a constant flipping the camera back and forth, trying to keep with the action. So that it won't happen again probably anytime soon. I'll have to get another camera. But we did write down the suggestion, and it's going to go in the cage here as soon as Miss Old Guy finished writing it out. That's just how we roll. We were kind of writing them down, and then a couple days later toss them in the basket. But now we've just been in the habit of writing it down and putting it in the basket right away. So that next week when I draw, that has as good a chance as everybody else. So
And Jessica says, "Oh my God, it's so silly. I'm so silly. It was right there in front of me, and I was looking at it too."
yeah, I should have told you that it had the same
Cornell chicken, I guess.
the same picture that I use for my live streams. That might have helped.
Yep.
That might have threw her off. So. And right next to it is the blues tune that I did. It's a far cry from the other one.
Don says it's Cornell chicken.
Cornell chicken. Okay.
Or chicken.
See, now you said Cornell. That reminds me of, what was it? Hannibal Lecter? I think that was the one where the guy wanted to get Hannibal Lecter and feed him to the pigs. And he had his servant named Cornell. Cornell, cut this man a check for $150,000.
Tom said you can bake it. The marinade is really good.
I'm going to try it. Well, I've got a grill pan. Will that work? Just to get some nice grill marks on it and finish it in the oven? I don't know. Could be. We've cooked many steaks that way. So. It's a lodge. Well, I guess we're going to have some dessert. What do you think? You got your spoon over there still?
I do. All right.
It's cooled down just enough to where I can pour that cold cream on the top.
Jessica says, "I never leave tips at fast food and not feel bad here," so I'm with you on that.
Yep. If I got to stand up and order my food. Like we went to a place the other day. The food was fine, but I didn't leave a tip because you go up and you order your food. They give you a number and you bring it back to your table.
Yeah.
And I think I was going to say McAllister's, but it wasn't McAllister's.
Yeah, I remember.
We were trying to figure out where we had been before that had that kind of operation where you didn't need to see a bowl of chocolate pudding, did you? I mean, let's see how good this is with that mint.
Steve's here.
Wow. Steve, happy Saturday. Welcome. Wow.
He said, "Happy holidays."
Happy holidays to you, my friend.
And Don said yes to your question.
Timmy. Oh, yes, Cornell.
Can you cook it in
Huh?
Can you cook it in a grill pan?
Yeah, okay. Good.
That's good.
That is really good. With that cream on the top. Wow. That's really good. It's cooled down enough. To where you don't have to worry about it burning your mouth. It's still nice and warm. This would be really good to have on a super cold night.
Don said a grill pan would work, and finish it in the oven. Thighs would work best.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Because to be perfectly honest, that's just about the only chicken I buy anymore is the thighs. So, it works for me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Jessica says, speaking of candies, have you ever made, have you ever tried making candies, something like Jolly Ranchers or something you could suck on?
Yeah, we've made hard candy several times, different flavors. Just last night we made peanut brittle,
Yep.
and later this evening I'm going to make a triple nut brittle. We got some macadamia nuts, we got some hazelnuts, and I'm trying to decide if I'm just going to use peanuts or if I'm going to use almonds. But so, and maybe I'll make it 4 nuts, even though technically peanuts aren't a nut.
Cinnamon hard candy that you make is really good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Make a cinnamon hard candy. Mm. When I go to places like baking supply places where you can buy piping tips and different stuff, they usually have the different flavorings. So go in there and I'll buy some mulberry or whatever, sour apple.
Yeah. Steve says, hope the weather has been okay so far.
It's been pretty seasonal. Some warm days. And by warm, I mean getting up into the upper 40s, maybe 50 degrees. And, the nights, well, some of them have been pretty cold, getting down to low single digits, 4 or 5 degrees. But that's normal here. So there's no unexpected, weather. The unexpected weather we've had last year, was it last year, maybe a year before? It was this part of December, the first part of December, and it was so warm that it was raining. And I was like, what? It's been raining all day. That would have made one hell of a good snowstorm to watch. But no. So every now and then we get some odd weather.
Don says the best bang.
That's a fact. We've used it from everything from just regular fried chicken.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Started with a K. I can't remember. It was really good. Yeah, we'll make just like chicken nuggets out of it. Not nuggets, but popcorn chicken, I guess. Or just fry it up as a piece.
Chicken strips.
Yep. Chicken strips. Barbecued on the grill. Smoke it for a few hours and then finish it up on the grill with a little barbecue sauce. Lemon, pepper, Parmesan chicken. Oh, that is really good. Make some homemade Alfredo sauce with that. That was really good dessert. My mouth is minty fresh. Oh boy. Well, it's not the first time that I've got my tongue wrapped around my eye tooth and I couldn't see what I was saying.
That was really good.
Really, really good.
Everything. Yep.
Yay. I'm glad everything was really good. And I'm also glad that I don't have a ton of leftover stuff.
Yeah.
Anymore, I just prefer it. Ever since my freezer catastrophe.
Yeah.
I don't know, for those of you that were here or whatever, I had made a bunch of, actually Miss Old Guy and I spent a couple of days or so making homemade pies, little individual pot pies, fruit pies, and chicken pot pie and beef pot pie. And I made a couple of gallons of soup, some potato soup for me and French onion soup for Mrs. Old Guy. And we had it all in the freezer and everything was just fine. Somehow, I don't know, neither one of us know how, the freezer in the room that we had it all in got unplugged. So it was like, I don't know, 15 or 20 pounds worth of food.
Yeah, that was a drag.
Yeah, I was not a happy
I could not
camper.
believe it when I walked in there and seen that.
Yep, I was not a happy camper. It's like, no, not my soup. Oh, no, not my yummy pot pies. Oh. And I was really looking forward to this winter of like, I don't want to cook. Let's just toss in a couple of pot pies.
Yeah.
We had already. They were delicious. I mean,
Yeah, they were.
both the chicken and the beef were just perfect. And I don't know if I want to do it again.
Steve says, are you considering going live for Christmas Eve, Christmas, or New Year's Eve?
No. I have not considered that. Mainly because folks, you know, are with family and friends, and it would probably just be best to let people do their thing. And you know, I just never really, I mean, I've had a Christmas Eve live stream when it was on Saturday.
Yeah. New Year's Eve, we're going to go see fireworks.
Yeah, New Year's Eve we're going to see fireworks. Yep.
So.
Now I'll be having them streams on those Saturdays, you know, like just before Christmas and just after, in between Christmas and New Year's. And I might leave our tree up that long.
Jessica says, if you like candy and you are a Jolly Ranchers person, what flavor would you like most? Hers would be sour apple and watermelon.
Yeah, well, definitely sour apple for me as well. I don't like watermelon flavored things. I like watermelon, but I don't like watermelon flavored. So, I don't know. Maybe cherry would probably be my next Jolly Rancher flavor. I like them all, so it's hard to pick just another one. The grape is good, the orange is good, the cherry's good, the strawberry's good. I mean, you know, I think they even have a blue raspberry now. I don't know, but yeah, I like Jolly Ranchers okay.
Jessica says, yeah, we haven't gotten any snow either, just raining and ice.
We've had snow a couple times, just no real big storms. At least here. The other part of Colorado, a couple of weeks ago, they got 2 feet or 3 feet of snow. And I think we got maybe a half a foot. Wasn't a lot.
Ralph said maybe one of the dogs walked over the cord, though even then that shouldn't pull it out. Might have been your poltergeist.
Well, there are weird things that happen here.
There are.
I'm not kidding. There's times where I'll be sitting at my desk. Mrs. Old Guy's in bed, sound asleep. And it'll sound like somebody comes up and sits down in her chair. I've heard it more than once. It's just weird. It sounds like I've heard their door here. It's a little bit loose in the door jamb, so when you shut it, it kind of makes a little, you know, like bounces a little bit. I've heard that. I've heard pounding on the wall. You know, we both heard that.
Yeah.
Just really, really weird. Yep. The unexplained light coming on though was
That was the weirdest.
that was the weirdest one. Yeah, a place where it was impossible for anybody to get to, and if somebody had been back there, I would have seen footprints in snow. There were no footprints, no nothing, but a light was on that should not have been on. In fact, we've never turned on
That light.
that light. So why it was on, I don't know. That was just really weird. Yep. We got spooks that live in our house.
Yep.
Well, okay, they don't live in our house if they're already dead. I got to rethink how to say that. Maybe next week I'll have a better one for you.
Eli says, what did I miss?
What did you miss? You missed everything. All of it. Including the fact that coming up week after next is a sandwich that you requested. It's a good thing you came back. In fact, I need to ask you for a point of clarification. It's the cheesesteak sandwich, and both you and Crazy Dad Tim over at Crazy Food Crew, and you, Mr. Eli, the cheesesteak with cream cheese and jalapenos. Now I want to know if the cream cheese and jalapenos are intended to be on the steak sandwich, or if it's just poppers. And if it's just poppers, why didn't you just say poppers? I need to know these things. So, let me.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Don said jelly beans are his favorite candy.
Oh yeah, Jelly Bellies are amazing.
They are.
She can't eat them though. Unfortunately, they're made with modified food starch, and she can't have it. But they sure got some good flavors. I love the banana. Banana Jelly Bellies are yum yum.
Carol's here.
Hi, Carol.
Hi all. Have a great week. Very late getting in.
That's okay. That's all right. You know, better late than not at all. So, and we are getting ready to wrap it up here pretty quick. I'm still waiting to hear from Eli.
He said that he would say chef's choice.
Chef's choice. Okay. Super. Then I'm gonna make a really lovely spicy cream cheese and jalapeno sauce to put on top of that sandwich. That's what I'm gonna do. What kind of steak, Eli? If you were at a butcher block and you're gonna make some steak sandwiches, what kind of steak would you buy? I want to know this. We're running out of time, but I still want to know. Just see if we even come close to the same line of thought. I'm not going to say what I was thinking until he says what he's thinking. It's only right.
Don says, oh no, that's too bad that she can't eat them. It is.
It is.
It's one of my favorite candies too.
Yep. Yep. We found out after going to the Jelly Belly factory and eating a bunch of them. When she found out, it's like, oh yeah, look what's in here. No wonder I feel this way.
Potato starch.
It's
everything.
Yep, it's in the potato starch. Modified food starch can include potato starch, but it's a crapshoot.
Yep.
Some modified food starches she's just fine with. Others, not, and it's impossible to know what's what. So if we see modified food starch in anything, she don't get it. I'll eat it, but she won't eat it.
Eli said ribeye.
Eli, you know, I got to tell you, We're right there because ribeye is exactly what I'm going to use. That's amazing. Oh, so Mrs. Old Guy and I are hopefully planning a little trip next month. And Eli, we're going to be kind of down in your area of the world. So, yeah, maybe we can find a way to maybe meet somewhere while we're out and about. So, keep that in mind, late January.
Yep.
So, weather permitting. I'm not going to try and drive a whole bunch of miles through a bunch of bad snowstorms or crappy highways.
Don says, what is that factory? The Jelly Belly factory.
The Jelly Belly factory in Fairfax.
I
think it is Fairfax.
Jessica says, have you ever tried High C Chews candy? They're really good.
I have once. And they are good. Terribly juicy. Well, folks, I think I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate everybody coming back and seeing Old Guy after a 2-week hiatus.
Steve's got a question.
Okay, sure.
Would you consider reviewing Pringles hot ones?
Yeah, I would. Some things I don't review. One reason is because we don't get them here. But I've seen things come out on special, like, what was it? It was some Lay's chips a couple of years ago. And we didn't see them. Months went by, and finally, after all the reviews and everything else for the summer had gone by, we finally get them. So it really is a crapshoot is whether or not I could even get it. That being said, though, if I can find more than one flavor, I might. I'm not a big fan of Pringles. I loved Pringles when I was a kid, but not so much. I don't like the texture, and I think the flavor of regular Pringles are kind of underwhelming, to say the least.
Ralph said, thanks for the stream as usual, and hope your trip goes well.
Thank you. Well, it's not going to be for a while, so.
Till the end of January,
Yeah, several weeks yet.
Steve says, unfortunately, I've only seen them at Walmart.
Yep. And there's a Walmart about 40 miles or so from here.
Yep.
So, we go semi-regularly. So, we'll check it out. In the meantime, I am going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody coming in and visiting with Old Guy. Check out the new songs I posted. And I will see everybody next Saturday, same time. And I'm asking you, just like always, please give out. Please get out and give your community some support. Help out some way or another, even if it's just helping a neighbor carry in some groceries. Okay? Y'all have a good week, and I'll see you next Saturday. Goodbye.
Okay. 8 consecutive viewers, it looks like.
Okay, that's not too bad for being gone for 2 weeks.